Hello, welcome back to Pixelgamia, and welcome back to Pokemon the Trading Card Game. We took a break for a few weeks to get our GamerGar Stardew Valley community Let's Play caught up to where his is at. We have now done that, so now let's continue with our scheduled Tuesday game of Pokemon the Trading Card Game. We are going to tackle the Fire Club, Gym, whatever you want to call it. No. I did do one fight here just to see, against this guy, just to see if my new deck would work. It does work. I've switched to pretty much all water Pokemon except for a couple Hitmonchans and a couple of colorless that are basically just there to eat damage as needed. Whoops. So we will now fight this guy again on camera. We will duel John. 4 prizes. My hope is, if it goes like the practice duel with this deck that I did against him off camera, I will kill him before, or will defeat him before I even have to worry about that, because he didn't get enough Pokemon out. So I was able to beat him just with 1. So we do not have any other Pokemon to put out. So, we have 4 prizes. I do not get to go first this time like I did last time. That is unfortunate. He used Bill to draw some extra cards. He's placed Doduo on the bench and Growlithe, so this is going to go longer than the last one. And his Cubone is going to attack me. I think. I don't know what that did. Opponent's play area. What does Swivel do? If the defending Pokemon attacks Cubone during your opponent's next turn, any damage done by the attack is reduced by 20 after applying resistance. Okay. Cool. So let's put a water energy on Lapras. Let's use Pokeball to see if we can get an extra Pokemon out. We do not. And then I'm going to Water Gun. Take 10 he did not receive damage. That's unfortunate. And he's going to use Swivel again, which is annoying. I drew a potion, which is not really what I need right now. Confuse Ray. Since any other attacks will still work, I did not confuse him, so it didn't matter. This guy is really annoying to defeat. Tauros is now on the bench as well. He's doing Swivel again. I do not appreciate that. He does not need, well actually no, he does need more water energy because he can do up to 30 damage with Water Gun. Which he now still takes 10 damage from, even with his Swivel. So, that at least lets us do something. Now he does not need any more energy. And I really don't want to get rid of these cards, because I like having lots of energies and potions. So we will just continue to Water Gun him for 10 damage. I might try Confuse Ray next turn. Well, he switched out now. Fury Attack, flip 2 coins, it does 10 damage times the number of heads. That's 1. That's 2, so it does 20 damage. Not a big deal. Energy Retrieval, I don't need that right now. I'm going to hit him with Water Gun for 30 damage. Let's see what he's going to do next. Use Defender. He's going to attack me again. He got 0 heads. Therefore, it does not do any damage. I'm going to Water Gun him for 10 damage because he had Defender on. I'm going to accept his Fury Attack, which does 20 damage. That's fine. I'm going to put Staryu on the bench. I'm going to Water Gun him and he is toasted. I probably should have healed, but that's okay. Arcanine. He's retrieved energies for himself. Flames of Rage, 40 damage, which somehow I wasn't resistant to. I don't really understand, but okay. So I'm probably going to lose still. Let's play that on Staryu. And then we're going to do that and make Cubone come out. At which point I'm going to slap the jeepers out of him for 20 damage. Which gives me another prize. He put Tauros out. He did not attack me. Gyarados I can't use. I think as much as I hate to get rid of all my energies and potions, I might have to soon. But we'll try this first. 20 damage. We are winning. The only problem is I don't have any other Pokemon out, which is why I'm scared at the moment. But so far he's not actually doing anything to me, so we'll see. Can I please get a Pokemon? Now if I hit him, he's going to go away. And then I'm going to get smacked by Arcanine, probably. Oh no, he actually put Growlithe out. Which is better. Much better. I'm going to do plus power. And then I'm going to... I think I am actually going to use Professor Oak at this point. Because I just was not getting anything I wanted. So let's put Squirtle on the bench. Let's give Squirtle a water energy. Let's use Pokeball. Didn't work. Let's use Bill. Energy removal and computer search. Let's use Bill again. Professor Oak and Defender. I'm going to use energy removal on... Oh, apparently he had to burn something to do that because his Flames of Rage thing didn't work. Let's remove his fire energy. Let's do Item Finder with Gyarados and Professor Oak. And grab Bill back and use it again. Double colorless and a Starmie. Let's use computer search on Defender and Starmie. And I'm going to pull... let's see here. Probably Chansey. Yes, I'm going to do Chansey. I'm going to play Chansey, and then I'm going to slap. 50 damage due to weakness and plus power. Lovely stuff. And we're going to win now anyway. But I didn't know if we would, so I wanted to make sure. Victory is ours. We have succeeded in defeating John, the Scrubby Bum. So, let's see what we get from these evolution packs. We got a Beedrill, Sandslash, Jinx, Rapidash, Eevee, which I actually got one of in one of my other booster packs from the practice duel. Gust of Wind again, Starmie, Sandshrew, Pidgey, and Fire Energy. And then we get a second one. Gives us Flareon, Jinx, Pokemon Flute. Choose one basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile and put it onto his or her bench. You can't play Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile and put it on his or her bench. Interesting. Kingler, Caterpie, Sandshrew, Gust of Wind, Eevee again. At least now I know how to get Eevees. So, we're going to save. Yes. Then we're going to go battle this guy. Hey, does everyone have the fever? Do you have the fever? If you have Pokemon fever, duel with me. Alright, Adam, let's go. Match with 4 prizes. See how this goes. Hopefully it will go well. There's no basic Pokemon in his hand. He has to get rid of Super Energy Retrieval and Bill, Anchor, Charmeleon, and a bunch of energy. Well, he shuffles him back into his deck, so he still gets to potentially get him again, but... So I think I'm gonna put Snorlax out first because I have very limited. I still have a couple fighting energies for him, but not many, and I didn't get one. So I'll put him on the bench because then I can play my other cards and see what I can do with that. I get to play first. So first thing I'm going to do is put a water energy on Snorlax because he just needs 4 of anything. Then I'm going to play Bill to draw 2 cards. Energy Search and Fighting Energy. What does Energy Search do? Search your deck for a basic energy. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and play that. And I will grab another Fighting Energy to put on Hitmonchan, because he needs 2 and a colorless for his biggest attack. I can't play any more energies. What I can do is end my turn. So we'll do that for now. We have 90 health worth of Snorlax to help block us while we get the other guy prepared. And honestly, I'm just going to end my turn, because once I have the ability to do so, I'm going to put that on Hitmonchan. And then I'm going to end my turn for now. And see what he's doing. He didn't attack me yet. So now I'm going to put a water energy on Snorlax and end my turn. And then from there, I drew Chansey, who I will put on my bench. I'm going to put another water energy on Snorlax and end my turn. I could switch over and start attacking with the other guy, but what I would rather do is let him absorb 20 damage. And then I'm going to use Item Finder on Blastoise and on Defender. I'm going to grab Bill. I'm going to play it again. I drew another Bill and a Gyarados, so let's play the other Bill. We got Energy Retrieval, which I don't actually need right now because I got a Water Energy, and I'm going to Body Slam the Jesus out of him and paralyze him. Have 30 damage and paralysis, you jerk. Now it is time for me to go to town. So, let's put a Water Energy on Hitmonchan because he needs 3 total energy for his attacks. We did not paralyze this time, but we did take him out with another 30 damage. We drew our first prize. He has evolved into Charmeleon. He now has enough to attack me, which does 30. That's okay. What I'm now going to do is Gust of Wind. And we're going to drag in Vulpix, who's weaker and not built up. And I'm going to play a Water Energy on Chansey to get him started. And then I'm going to Energy Retrieval. Oh, that's in the discard pile, okay. So then and for now, I think I'm just going to Potion Snorlax. And Body Slam the crap out of Vulpix, who can now not get away from me, because he can't switch Pokemon while he's paralyzed. So, let's put another Water Energy on Chansey. Body Slam. Paralysis is going well for me this battle. Took a few turns to set up, but it's now going very well. He's going to plus power and hit me with Slash for 40 damage. I have drawn another potion, so I'm going to use that on Snorlax. That will heal us 20, which isn't enough to survive, so what I'm going to do is Item Finder with this Water Energy and Gyarados, and grab this potion back. And then I'm going to heal again so that Snorlax survives the next attack. He also paralyzes him, so he's not going to get a next attack. Well, he will, but not this turn. So that's fantastic. Then I'm going to Professor Oak and see what I get with the other cards. We got a Lapras, which I'm going to put on the bench. We got a Water Energy, which I'm going to put on Lapras. We got a Plus Power, which I'm going to use on this Body Slam. And we also got an Energy Removal, which I'm going to get rid of his Fire Energy. Therefore, even if I don't paralyze him, he won't be able to attack me back. But I also paralyzed him. So this is going exceptionally well. So, this is the great thing about the big sturdy ones that need, even though they need a lot of energy to do stuff, they only need colorless. So you can use any energy on them, including the double colorless, which we do have one of. That Vulpix is now out. Finish the turn without attacking. Love to see it. Sure, let's play Bill and draw 2 cards. Water Energy, which can go on Lapras, which we don't really need, but why not? It's Body Slam. No paralysis this time. But we are on the verge of victory anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And with that, we would paralyze him, but he's been defeated. And victory is ours. All prizes have been won. We have defeated Adam. Yet another scrubby bum. Whoa, I lost. Here, this booster pack is yours. He gives Coliseum ones. Another Snorlax, which is absolutely going in my deck. Nidorino, Growlithe, Dugong, Ponyta, Abra, Diglett, Staryu, Pokeball, and Fire Energy. And then a Wigglytuff, Magmar, Charmeleon, Nidorino, Pikachu, Goldeen, Machop, Bill, Abra, and Fire Energy. Getting more Bills is always nice, so I can eventually build multiple decks. So there's 3 and then the boss. Okay, so let's get the next guy. Yes, I would like to duel Jonathan. Should have put that other Snorlax in, but whatever. Hopefully it won't matter. I should have saved too, which I forgot to do. Speaking of Snorlax. However, I do not currently have any energy, so let's definitely put Snorlax as the first one. I do have Energy Search, however. And Bill, which I'm excited to have. We get to play first. We drew a Fighting Energy. I'm going to use Pokeball first. Cool, I get to take a basic card. I'm going to take one of my Hitmonchan. I'm going to play him. I'm going to give him a Fighting Energy. And I'm going to use Bill. That gives us Chansey at a Pokemon Center. Then I'm going to use Energy Search. And I'm going to grab another Fighting Energy, I think. No, let's do double colorless. Or do I want to do Water Energy? No, let's do double colorless. Oh, choose a basic energy card, right? Then I will grab the Fighting. And then I will switch for Hitmonchan, and I will punch him in the mouth. So this is a good start. We did a lot with that. I'm going to play this other Fighting Energy on Hitmonchan. I'm going to punch him in the mouth some more. That is my turn. Finished without attacking. I've got a Water Energy. I'm going to put that on Hitmonchan because he needs 3 total energy, and we're going to Special Punch. Go away. We are now on to the second Pokemon. He draws more cards. He drew a Fire Energy, which he was able to, well, I don't know if he drew it, but he was able to attach one. Presumably he did, or otherwise he would have drawn it before, put it on him before. Let's see here. I can grab a Pokemon. Wartortle's up next. So I think I'm going to go down here and grab this Blastoise. Oh, well, yeah, because you shuffle the deck, so I should have grabbed Wartortle. Oh, well. I didn't. Let's give Squirtle his first energy. And then we're going to special punch the crap out of Vulpix. Because he deserves it, because he's on the wrong team. Computer search. What does this do again? Discard 2 of the other cards from your hand in order to search your deck for any card. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to get rid of Gyarados in this Pokemon Center. And I'm going to go find that Wartortle. Thank you. And we're going to play it. No, we're going to play it. Cannot evolve a Pokemon in the same turn it was placed. Okay, that's fair. I'm going to punch him in the mouth. I probably won't even need him, but that's okay. I just wanted to say that I got him on the field, even if he wasn't in play. So, let's put out Lapras. Put another water energy on Wartortle. Evolve him into Blastoise because it's fun. Blastoise has Pokemon power. Rain Dance. As often as you like during your turn, before you attack, you may attach one water energy to one of your Pokemon. This doesn't use up your one energy card attachment for the turn. Okay, that's dope. If I had some bills to draw extra cards right now, that would be ridiculous. But that's okay. It's still in effect, and that's all that matters. I'm not going to bother using plus power, but I will jab him in the mouth. That takes his third person out. Paralysis check. It does not work. Good for me. Me draw water energy. And then I'm going to plus power. And then I'm going to punch him about the head and face. 90 damage due to weakness. Victory is mine. Beautiful. We get Coliseum cards from him. We got Wigglytuff, Charmeleon, Nidorino, Kadabra, Pokeball, Ponyta, Abra, Goldeen, Pikachu, and Fire Energy. Then we got Dugtrio, Growlithe, Kadabra, Seaking, Pokeball, Pikachu, Ponyta, Charmander, Bill, and a Fire Energy. Alright, so first things first, let me go look at my deck. I can only put up to 4 bills, so I now have 2 full decks worth of bills for the maximum I can use, so that's nice. I'm going to leave that the way... Actually, you know what? I'm going to drop a full heal and a revive because I haven't really needed them so far. And instead, I'm going to put in a Snorlax and an Eevee. Actually, what do you do? Give up a coin if his Pokemon is paralyzed. Alright. And I'll put in an I'll put in actually 2 Eevees. No, you know what? I'll leave the Eevees out for now. And what I'll do is I will put in an extra fighting energy. Just to give us a little more wiggle room, because Hitmonchan is proving very effective, as usual. Update the save file, and now we go fight the trainer. I'm Ken, the Fire Club Master. So you are collecting medals to inherit the legendary cards? You will need many cards in order to inherit the legendary cards. It seems you have collected many cards. Then let's begin our duel. We'll play with 6 prizes. If you win, I'll give you a medal. Come on, let's start the duel. Man likes to say cards a lot. I know cards are a big part of the game, but he said cards an awful lot of cards times cards. Alright, so we are in a pretty good starting spot. We only got 1 Pokemon we can put out, but it's Chansey, so he's gonna, and we have a potion. and 2 energies, which is enough to get one of his abilities off. We are playing second, however, so this could be difficult. Tauros is double energy. He flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 damage plus 10 more. If tails, it does 20 damage. Of course, he got the extra 10. Ow. Water energy. So let's go energy on Chansey. I'm not going to use the potion just yet. I can't do anything with only 1 energy. He's now going to do something else. Nope. He's going to do 20 damage, which is actually very good that I didn't get the extra 10 that time. Let's use Pokeball straight away. Nothing of use. So, I'm going to put another water energy on Chansey. I'm going to heal. And I think that'll be it for now, and I'll do Scrunch. Doesn't do any damage. And it doesn't do anything because I wasn't successful. It won't affect other ability effects, but it will stop damage from coming in if it's heads. Good, we didn't take the extra 10 again. So that's a decent... Okay, good, we got another person to put on the bench. You can't evolve Pokemon the same turn it's placed. I need to start putting stuff on Staryu. We're now going to play Professor Oak. Oh god, I just got rid of the Starmie. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I've also already played an energy this turn, so that's not going to help me. What I can do is use Pokeball, which works. I am going to dig out a Hitmonchan immediately, because I have a fighting energy to put on it. I am also going to Defender on Chansey. Then I'm going to Scrunch, which works, so he's actually not going to do any damage to me anyway, so it's kind of a waste of a Defender, but whatever. That's okay. I'd rather make sure I didn't take more damage. Hitmonchan goes on the bench. Hitmonchan is a me, actually. Yeah, because I'm going to take a bunch of damage when I do what I'm about to do. Which I'm going to do right now. Double Edge. Go away. I took 80 as well. So we each get a prize. So we're going to go ahead and put Hitmonchan out because he has way more health. Ken is going to do something. What is he doing? He is going to Fire Punch me for 30 damage. That is very rude. Snorlax is going on that bench. Fighting energy on Hitmonchan. I'm going to bring out his Jigglypuff that doesn't have any way to defend against me. And I'm going to plus power punch him in the face with Jab. And he's weak to it, so I knocked him out. Lovely stuff, although that means he's going to hit me with another... I discarded his whole hand, so let's see what that does. Curious now. Ken is thinking, recycle, flip a coin. If heads, put a card in your discard pile. Of course it works. Let's see what he's going to... He's going to flamethrower me. That is extremely rude. You are a jerk, sir. So... Problem is Snorlax can't do anything, but I also don't want... But... Well, actually, Staryu will do extra damage to him, I think, so... I'm going to go ahead and put that on Magikarp. And then I'm just going to slap. Because he should hopefully do less damage to me. He didn't, which is unfortunate. However, By doing that, it does allow me to... what do you need? One of anything, and what does Flail do? Tackle's just tackle. Does 10 damage times the number of damage counters on Magikarp. Alright, well then I'm going to put water energy on this Snorlax. And then I'm going to tackle for 10 damage, 20 due to weakness. Because even though it's not necessarily a water attack, it's from a water Pokemon, so they count it, I guess. He's put another Chansey on the bench, I don't like that. His Scrunch worked, because of course it did, so I can't damage him. That's fine, I'm going to just keep working my way through. So there's no point in me attacking, really, because it won't do anything anyway. But I did it anyway, just to say that I did. Please don't work. Thank you. I drew a Squirtle, so I have another person on the field. I didn't actually mean to use plus power, but sure, why not? I'll give Squirtle a water energy just because. And I'm going to tackle for 20 damage because I did accidentally put that on him. And that doesn't work, so that means I'm taking no damage and I'm also getting things that I want. Item finder, get rid of those. What do I want to use? Out of those options, you know what? I'm going to do Professor Oak. Because I have no other cards to throw away, so it's not going to hurt me any to lose any other cards. So, let's put Hitmonchan on the bench. Put a fighting energy on him. We're gonna get rid of this water energy. I didn't actually mean to do that, but okay. We're gonna use Bill. Gyarados. Oh boy. Business is about to pick up. We just pulled 2 evolutions. Now, I can't do anything with him right now. What I can do, however, is draw another Snorlax. And I can use energy removal to remove one of Chansey's, which means Chansey, in theory, can't use his ability. Not that I can attack him right now anyway. Lapras. Water energy on Gyarados. Nothing else I can do right now. So we are in very good shape right now. I could also, if I get another water energy, play it on... let's see here. I have 2 more bills. Let's go ahead and grab energy. Can I grab water energy? I don't know. I'm gonna grab energy search. I know that. Play that. I'm gonna grab a water energy from further down the deck a little bit. I'm gonna put it on Gyarados. And I'm going to slap him with Dragon Rage for 50 damage. And you are in very large trouble, sir. 80 damage. You take 10 back. Good for you. I'm going to play Bill and draw 2 cards. I drew Professor Oak and Fighting. I'm going to put that Fighting onto Hitmonchan. And then I'm going to... Dragon Rage for 80 damage due to weakness. Gyarados was knocked out. I'm going to go ahead and put out Hitmonchan. Choose a basic Pokemon. Let's go Chansey. I am then going to punch him in the mouth. That evens us up. I have way less cards though, so I need to hurry up and win this. I don't like that. It didn't work, so that's good. You can just use any energy at this point, but I also have an extra water energy, so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to Special Punch, which does 80 damage to normal types. Now Growlithe is out. He's going to try to outlast me, but I don't think he can do it at this point. Also Blastoise just for fun. And then we're going to go ahead and punch you in the face for 40 damage. And then I'm going to slap you around in a second. Let's go ahead and jab for 20. You're gone. I only need to take one more. Jigglypuff is out, which is bad for you. And it's still... And you didn't do anything. I still have enough cards to win. So I'm going to Special Punch the crap out of you. And then I came close to losing by deck, but I'm not going to now. Well, except if that happens. So I'm definitely not playing a Bill at this point. So what I'll do instead, just to kill time, is heal Chansey. Because why not? I don't know if this does anything other than damage. I don't think so. But that's okay. So you go ahead and do whatever you're going to do. Of course it worked again. Why wouldn't it? I'm going to go ahead and put a fighting energy on Snorlax. And then I'm going to end my turn because the animation just takes longer. Cool. I don't care about you pulling that. Stop working. It's supposed to be 50-50, you cheating bastard. Let's go ahead and put that on Snorlax. And then we'll end the turn. I only have 3 turns left for this for me to win this. Of course it works. Every time. So let's go ahead and just potion again, I guess. Do I have a... No, okay. And then I'll put a water energy on Blastoise, I suppose. Then I'm done, because I can't afford to do anything else. I did burn way too many cards. Of course it works every time. You cheating piece of shit. There's no space on the bench. I'm just going to put a fighting energy on somebody. For no real reason. Because it doesn't affect my count. So I literally have to pray that this works. Yep. I lose. Also, fuck this game. So there's nothing useful I can do right now. So I'm just going to throw away Bill and throw away Professor Oak. And I'm going to use Gust of Wind to make a desperate Hail Mary attempt to finish this. Oh my god, I just realized I managed to figure out how to win this still. Still fuck this game when it comes to that, but I did pull it off. That was a great duel. Here, let me give you this. Thank you. That was way closer than it should have been. With this, you're a little closer to the legendary Pokemon cards. Here, take this too. I hope it will help you out. Mystery booster. Raichu, nice. Double colorless again, nice. Cloyster, nice. Executor, Vulpix, Mysterious Fossil, Almanite, Mankey, Drowsy, and Paris. And a second one. Nidoqueen, Almastar, Lickitung, Primeape, Water Energy, Voltorb, Mysterious Fossil, Vulpix, Drowsy, and Mankey. Let's play a heated duel again. See you later. No thank you. What I'm going to do now is save the game. Then I'm going to then I'm going to go off camera and edit this deck so that for the next gym that I want to go to. And until then, and then you'll see what that gym is once I've decided it. But until then, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoy, drop a like, subscribe, comment, join the Discord server in the link in the description, and we'll see you soon for our next encounter with a gym leader in Pokemon the Trading Card Game. Peace out.